Hi, this is the tour of the pyramid at Abu Ruwash in Egypt. This pyramid was built by a king called Djedefra, and he built it from his reign, the beginning of his reign, which was 2565 BCE. He ruled Egypt for 8 years, and he was the son of King Khufu, who built the Great Pyramid at Giza. So we're talking about 4,586 years ago. Now, what's interesting about this is that there's a whole new different approach to building a pyramid. So what they did was they hewn out the core of the earth. They constructed a sarcophagus, which was in the shape of a female vagina. And the idea was that the king's body would be placed in there and he would be reborn every night and every day. Then they built the burial chamber around the sarcophagus and a descending passageway. And the idea was to fill in and put a solid pyramid structure on top. So it's quite a whole different approach to pyramid building. Unfortunately, it was unfinished, but if it had been finished, it would have been 221 meters tall, which is another 80 meters bigger than King Khufu's. But probably the reason why it was unfinished is because the king died during the construction. 8-year term is not a long reign for a king to build a pyramid. If we have a look at the Causeway and the Valley Temple, they were never finished. But the mortuary cult was installed. So the mortuary temple itself was made out of mud bricks. So there must have been a provision there to finish off that project and install the cult. If you have a look at the remains which have been excavated, they're not full-size bowls and dishes, they're models of bowls and dishes. So maybe this wasn't a wealthy cult anyway. The other interesting thing here is the king's name. It ends with Ra, so Djedefra, okay, Ra. So there is this affiliation with the sun god Ra from now onwards. So we've got King Djedefra, the next king is Khafra, the next king is Menkaura, and then most of the kings in the 5th dynasty had Ra incorporated in their names in some way. So in 1798, when the French invaded Egypt, they saw these the shapes of the king's names and they called them cartouches because it was the same shape as their cartridge bullets or similar. But the Egyptians never called them cartouches, they called them shimus, okay? And they believed that the shape of the shimu, which goes round the king's name, is the distance that the sun travels around the earth, around the universe and back. And that was now the new king's domain. So in Zosa's time, his domain, remember, was north, south, east, west. You have to fire those arrows. They still did that in the coronation and the Hebsed. But now the responsibility of kings of Egypt is the whole universe. So wherever the sun travels is their domain. Wow, a whole new different concept. So we're moving away from Osiris being the most important cult to the emergence of the sun god Ra now being the most important cult. So it is an accessible site. You can hire taxis to go up to Abu Ruwash. It's an interesting site to go on, to actually go and visit. It's on top of a mountain, and it's well worth going to have a view. And that's the end of the tour because there's not much left really to say. Thank you for sticking with this project. And if you'd like to make a small donation, please visit GoFundMe and please donate a small amount, let's say £3. Thank you for your support. See you soon. Bye for now.